What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps today. Out here getting them in downtown district area. Uh, it's like 48 or something like that, so it's a bit more comfortable today than it was the other day when I was over by the old school. Because that day it was like 40, man, and you'd be surprised during these cold months. These cooler temps, 8 degrees makes a big difference. And so let me tell y'all something, because if you're not from around here, you probably don't know. Being over here in this downtown Detroit area tends to be a little cooler because of the Detroit River that's just south of me. So people tend to estimate whatever the temperature is, and this is just what I've heard like all my life. The temperature tends to be on average 8 to 12 degrees cooler over here than it would be anywhere else in the city because of the Detroit River. When wind is blowing, that cool air coming off of the river, it affects the area. So yeah, if I'm around here and it's like 40 degrees already, that's what it's supposed to be, it's gonna feel a little bit cooler than that just simply because of the Detroit River. But quick little history lesson, some little facts about the D in case you didn't know. That's just one of them things that you just kind of know, if you hear. Now, if you further out in the city, it doesn't affect you. It's mostly this area here. A really windy day, it goes back further, but still not, Detroit's a really big city. It's not going to affect Detroit at large, just this downtown, midtown area. But let's get into the topic here, man. Oh, well, shout out to you guys, man, my subscribers. I always got to throw y'all that love. Shout out to y'all, my subscribers, for sticking with me, and we running towards that 5,000 by the end of the year. Now, yes, let's get into the topic. You guys know, what's his name, Sheng Thao, the mayor of Oakland, California. It looks like she is being recalled. There's been a successful recall campaign that's went about, and she's gonna be recalled. What's going on here? You got 2 women out with a kid by themselves, no man around, so of course the kid acts a wreck because no father. Man, listen, I say this a lot, and I'm gonna continue to say it, but when there's a father around, kids behave differently. There's just things with the kids that is not going to be a factor when there is a man around versus when there's not a man around. Kids behave different when they're being brought up by a single mom versus when they have both parents in here. Here you got a kid that's out here being loud as hell. I'm sure y'all can hear it. Just being loud as hell, crying about whatever. It doesn't even matter. The kid is not being abused in any way, shape, or form. So there's literally nothing that the kid could possibly be crying, being that loud about, that would be justified. Kids cry. So I'm not saying that kids don't cry, but when they out acting in public like that, just being loud and falling out and all that sort of stuff, you don't get that in a home where the dad is present. Sorry, you just don't. But yeah, you got Sheng Thao. Oakland is successfully recalling her. And you guys, you've heard me say plenty of times about voting in your local elections, making sure you know who is who and what they stand for, what their history is, because you don't want to elect somebody that you may possibly be stuck with. Now, I'm not saying that the locals didn't look into her. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, I don't know. But in this case, they're able to recall her. So the percentages, it was a bit of a landslide. It was like 2-1. It was like in the 65, 66% versus the like 33% of people who wanted to keep her on. It was really pretty much 2-1. So this was a very successful recall. She was trying to fight it, but I mean, she really couldn't fight it. Ultimately, she had to concede that she had been recalled. Now, why were they recalling her? Well, the citizens, they were upset about the fact that crime has gotten really out of hand, which that's a very good reason. They believe that nothing is really being done on the front of crime, and that crime is just going up. They also were complaining about the budget or the deficit of the budget. These are just a couple of the issues that I seen that the citizens were making when they were just like, nah, man, this ain't working out. She was 2 years into her tenure, so she's not making it the whole 4 years, to say the least. That goes without saying. And I wondered, why is it that they were able to recall their mayor, but Dalton wasn't? So, I went looking into that, and here's why. Oakland has a rule in place where they can recall the mayor. Dalton does not. Because I kind of wondered this, because I've seen elected officials be recalled before, and I'm just like, bro, Tiffany Henyard is just doing the most. And I mean, she doesn't care about the damage that she's doing and the fallout afterwards that it's gonna have. She is just crashing out and doing as much damage as she possibly can, and she just seemingly doesn't care. Why is there not being a recall put through for her? Well, that's because they don't have a rule in place to recall their mayor in the event that they get somebody as terrible as her. Now, they tried to put this on a ballot. So on the ballot, they had two things. They had putting the rule in place to recall her, and they also had recalling her on there as well. And Henyard fought this successfully, so because she was able to fight, saying that essentially it was illegal what they were doing, that you're gonna put the ability to put the rule in place, basically you're gonna put making it a rule, a thing that you can vote for, and booting her up out of there, a thing that you can vote for on the same ballot. That can't be. That doesn't make it legal. The reason why they were able to do this in Oakland is because the rule already existed. So let's say it's on the ballot, people vote for it, and both go through. Well, they can't really kick her out because the rule didn't already exist. The rule has to exist first before they can actually act on it. They can't come into play simultaneously and now, let's boot her out. So she was able to fight that, and she fought it successfully. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Tiffany Henyard, but I will say that was some quick thinking and quick acting on her part. I don't know if she came up with that or if her lawyers came up with that, but somebody who was in the know was clutch with that. I don't really think she came up with that on her own. I think she had some very savvy legal counsel that basically told her that what they were trying to do was illegal, and she was able to stand on that. So they stuck with her. She's not going anywhere. I think they got another 2 years with her, and boy, oh boy, heaven help them, because she has done everything she can to be just as terrible for their community as she possibly can. And I don't understand how people can take these jobs where they're supposed to be, in service to the people, and just behave this way. It's one thing to do some dirt behind the scenes. A lot of politicians do some dirt behind the scenes. A lot of politicians use their position of power to their advantage. So I'm not surprised by that. It's the flagrant disregard when it comes to being, covert about it. It's like she just doesn't care about doing the dirt, so unapologetically out in the open. I mean, some might respect that, honestly, the fact that she just don't care, whatever. But no, when you're doing more for yourself than for the people that you took the job to serve, and you doing it so publicly, the self-serving stuff, that ain't cool. But there you have it, man. You got a mayor that is being recalled. This is what it looks like when the system works. She was in there, they voted her in. She wasn't performing up to snuff. At least the community didn't believe so. And they don't have to suffer her for the whole 4 years. 2 years in, they like, no, we're going to go ahead and move you on up out of here and move somebody else in here. So we'll see how that goes. They have somebody that's going to be an interim mayor, but I don't know if they're going to stay, because to my knowledge, the person that's supposed to be coming in to be the intern is also running for a position somewhere else. So who knows how this will work out. Hey, did the sun go in or something? Because it just seemingly got dark. Oh, the sun is going down and Little Caesars Arena is blocking it because the sun was coming from that way. Mystery solved. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all. We got the police coming this way. I don't know. It's always some noise in my videos, man, right? Oh, did it stop? Did it stop? All right, y'all. Later. Peace.